Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are ready for the hype because we are here for not one, but two exciting races in the Zelda any percent Noah Pay tournament. Um, Two races running concurrently between John Tapin and MadBomberXX, and then Redbirdgrad versus Cantaloupeme. This is Liquid Husband alongside my co-commentator, Four Eye Steven. Steven, this is a very unique format, but I can't wait to see how it plays out.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for this race. We have some amazing racers here, a lot of talent, a lot of upcoming talent, and it looks like we're off.
All right. Nothing better to do during a Zelda race than race some Zelda, so we'll get out of the way and let these guys do their thing. Um, just a quick little overview at first. Obviously, Cantaloupeme has the fastest PB time of these guys at, I believe, 28:56 or 57. 28:57, followed by Redbirdgrad, whose PB is 31:56. John Taven's is 40:55, and then Mad Bomber at 45:34. But both Mad Bomber and John Taven have been improving rapidly lately. I expect to see those times drop before, maybe before the next week or two ends.
Cantaloupe gets the first bomb. It's always a good thing to have the first bomb there. Saves you a lot of time. A few seconds anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
Redbird gets it as well. Awesome. John's taking a bit of damage here. Hey, as has Bomber.
Yep. We see Cantaloupe clearing out the that first or not the first, the Dark Knight room with the shutter door, now heading in to get the raft at just under a minute 30. A great time for the raft pickup for sure.
Ooh, unfortunately, Bomber takes a death. He'll be heading back up. It's not a horrible place to take a death.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to die, but yeah, like I said, level 2, not a super long dungeon, and there's not a bunch of divergent paths you have to take in it, so there's not a ton of extra work he's going to have to do here, other than try to farm for bombs again. And he gets a bomb drop without killing the boss Korea, so he's just going to go ahead and leave.
Redbird's doing a good job in level 3 so far. It looks like he's going to try to get some bombs here.
Yeah, he wants a few extra bombs for that Manhandla fight, and Cantaloupe showing us why you might want those extra bombs, as he's having a tough time right now with Manhandla. Finally gets him down and picks up the bomb, and he is the first one to grab a Triforce in this race in about 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
Oh, come on, Redbird. Oh, good Manhandla.
Yeah, anytime you don't get it on the first one, you start to worry that it's going to be a bad one, but he was able to nail it on that second bomb.
Looks like John took an unfortunate death. Looks like Bomber gets through too, as John's making his way through too. Meanwhile, Redbird heading to level 4. Level 4 is always a little scary with 4 hearts and wooden sword. Unfortunately, he took a bop on the way there. Hopefully, he gets a heart at some point.
Yeah, it's nice seeing this though, especially since the way the Swiss stages play out here, Steven, that we've got two guys running 2 first against each other, and then 2 guys running 3 first against each other. But we get to watch both at the same time to kind of see the differences in the routes without it being at the expense of a race, of a competitive race.
Right. It is interesting to see the 2 different routes and how they're doing here.
Yeah, because I mean, it's one thing to watch a 2 first go up against a 3 first and know they're probably going to lose by 6 or 7 minutes, even if they do well. But here, it's nice to see. We get to watch both in this interesting quad race environment that we have. Uh, Mad Pro- you know, mad props to our free streamer JSR for trying to get this all hooked up. I know it's a bit chaotic, but we appreciate everyone hanging in there with us. Um, we see Mad Bomber picking up the white sword. He has now doubled his attack power. Uh, looks like uh, I didn't see. Looks like did they go take slightly different two first routes though? Because I didn't see uh, Mad
Yeah,
Bomber picking up the 100 secret. Looks like that's where johntabin is headed next.
I think John will get the blue ring and Bomber won't. We'll see how that pans out.
All right. Yeah, I mean, certainly there are advantages to that, but you have to finish the run.
Okay, we got Cantaloupe grabbing the Triforce in 4 now. Is Redbird.
All right. So we see Gliok going down to Cantaloupe, uh, like Steven said, as he is now leaving level 4 in about 5.5 minutes. That's a pretty good race time, I'd say. He's 26 seconds, behind his PB. But seeing as how his PB is the third best time on the leaderboard, I think that's fairly respectable.
Yeah, that's a really good time for a race.
And we also see Redbird picking up the Triforce right about 6 minutes. So we'll say about a 30-second lead right now for Cantaloupe. Whereas on the other race, with the divergence in routes, we see Mad Bomber about halfway through level 1 already, and johntabin still on his way to pick up the white sword. He'll need to make up that time later with a little bit of less overworld exploration and maybe that increased defense from the white sword. The blue ring.
Unfortunately, Cantaloupe's out of bombs and he didn't get the lucky bomb, so we'll have to see what he's going to do here.
Ooh.
I know he has some backup routes.
Yeah, so I guess he can still make it through 1 technically, right? But he would just be in trouble after that, right? Or is
Right.
I was starting to concern myself with there being a bomb wall that I wasn't remembering in 1. But yeah, he's getting absolutely nothing from those gorillas so far. So can we see Redbird with the 6 bombs make up some of that time on Cantaloupe as he has to figure out what his next move is going to be, as he's taking down Aqua Menace here, and he still doesn't have any bombs.
I know Cantaloupe has a backup bomb, or a backup route, but it would be nice if he did have the bomb to get the route card.
Yep. I can see Cantaloupe in his splits over here, skipping through a bunch. Looks like he is making some changes on the fly for sure.
Yeah, I believe he'll be heading to the Raft Heart. He's going to head straight down to level 2. I think he's going to do some recorder stuff. He does need a lot of rupees for that, though.
Yeah, leaving 1 with only 21 rupees, he's a little short of the standard thing, so we might see double hundo route, perhaps?
I think he's gonna try to get the 60 rupees for the candle, and do the recorder at the Raft Heart. I don't think he'll double hundo unless he doesn't get the 8 rupees he needs. But I'm not positive.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's certainly difficult if you're wanting to find rupees in 2 to not be able to find 9 rupees. Obviously, it can slow you down. The old saying goes about level 2, nobody ever gains time in here. And that first room was an indicator of that. Picking up 1 rupee from the 5 ropes he killed. Usually they are the treasure trove, but now he's starting to reel them in.
Yeah, nice force there on Moldorm. Meanwhile, Redbird's about to head into level 5 here. Level 5, he has 6 bombs, so that means that he will have 8 going into the Room of Requirement, which is what he wants. He's also building a count in hopes of forcing a bomb in that room. Bomber takes out Manhandler with no problem.
Okay, now with johntabin heading over, unfortunately, as I've got his splits pulled up here, but he's not actually using them. I guess in the event that he had to improvise a little bit, but obviously it looks like he's heading over to level 3, doing so with 135 rupees. He's going to hope that that rupee surplus pays off with the time he's lost in his race against Mad Bomber thus far. If you look at their PB, he does have a better overall time, best time, so maybe his execution can save him down the road.
Okay. We've got Redbird is now in the Room of Requirement. Looks like he's doing a pretty good job so far.
He's done a great job, and this last Dark Nut is avoiding every bomb he drops. He finally gives up on the bomb drops and just takes the last 4 hits with the wooden sword. As he was down to 2 hearts. Going to pick up the recorder. If he can, as long as he can get out of this portion of 5 and get back to the main portion on the straight line from the entrance, that'll keep him from having to do any backtracking if he does take an unfortunate death. Say in that Dark Nut Diamond Staircase room, that's definitely not one he wants to have happen. He does avoid that one, and now heading into the backside of Fort Gibdo. Slides through there. So, alright. So if he does take a death at this point, he at least isn't having to go back into portions of 5 that he didn't need to. And while you have Cantaloupe and Redbird next to each other, obviously in this situation it looks like Redbird would be ahead of Cantaloupe, but Cantaloupe did go ahead and do level 2 in order to get bombs for this Room of Requirement. And in this room, he shows you why he is one of the absolute best in the world. Gives a nice fist pump.
That was amazing. That was an amazing room for Cantaloupe.
Yeah, and he's leaving there with 4 bombs still. It's almost like he wasn't even trying. That was insane.
Johntabin's a level behind Mad Bomber right now, but we'll see what the blue ring does here later on in the match.
Yeah, if Mad Bomber gets stuck later in this game, all the time saves he's racking up right now really won't mean a whole lot, because a 1 dungeon lead doesn't do anything for you if you die in level 9. We got Redbird picking up the Triforce in 5. He's going to continue on his standard route, like there you go, Cantaloupe had to improvise on the fly, which is one of the great things about this tournament race format. You get to see guys, instead of these great runners you're used to seeing, maybe they reset when something like that happens, doing PB attempts. Here, we get to see, even, it's great to see how fast they can finish the game, but it's also impressive to see how quickly they can change what they're doing and still finish with the best possible time.
Cantaloupe's leaving with a lot of bombs, which is great because he needs them for level 7.
Yeah, exactly. You need those bombs for level 7 for sure. He's even going with the no bomb against Dig Dogger, which took a little time, but he only took one hit from Dig Dogger, which was pretty impressive for having to connect 8 times with the wooden sword.
See, Redbird has 0 bombs. That's not a concern because he's heading to level 2 right now.
Yeah. Almost polar opposites when it comes to giving out or taking resources level 2 and level 7. There are opportunities for bomb drops in level 7, but they are a bit of a time loss. The ones that you actually come across in the rooms that that are required to go through, even more so than the ones that you have to slightly go out of the way for. As we see Cantaloupe accidentally using the recorder on this screen because, well, I'm not exactly sure why, but he did, and so that'll cost him a few seconds before he picks up the 100 secret.
Just looks like he forgot to change to the candle.
Yeah. Let us...
Hopefully he remembers that later on in the match when he needs to go to a specific level.
Yep. Now...
Bomber's having some trouble with his screen scrolls here, but looks like he's getting through it.
Alright, now we've got Cantaloupe on the coast. And here we go. He toots the whistle once more as he heads up towards the top raft spot. Man, he is really all over the place in this route.
I think he's just correcting what he has done on the previous screen there when he went to get the 100 secret.
Yeah. Having to kind of undo what he has done. I know it's not the way he wants to go about it, but we are going to get to see the Rue Quarter out of it, though, so there's a silver lining everywhere.
Yes, sir.
And the raft with no man sends us to the pre-level 7 shopping. Tons of hype in the chat for the Rue Quarter, as naturally should be. Something that was discovered, 2-3 weeks ago?
I think a week prior to the tournament starting, about a month ago maybe. 3-4 weeks.
But yeah, Rue Quarter, named after Rue Slugs, who was the one who brought it to people's attention. You hit the recorder while you're clipped into the water, and it sends the raft on towards its usual destination, and sends you to God knows where, it seems like.
Looks like we have Mad Bomber trying Fort Gibdo here, getting through that on his way to the room of requirement.
Yep, and while at the same time we have johntabin buying the blue ring. This is where he needs to make his time up now. And we see interesting strategy being employed by Mad Bomber, bombing madly, I guess you could say, in the room of requirement, clipping into the single block and dropping bombs from there. He actually got better results than I expected from that, but I don't like his chances now. Let's see if he can get out of the predicament he's got himself into. One of the things I was taught by someone way better than me at this game is when you're fighting the Dark Nuts, you really want to stand on the full tiles because they're less likely to turn into you in that situation.
Right, and you really don't want to chase them either.
Oh no.
He's
Chasing dark... It's very enticing to try to chase Dark Nuts, but it almost never works out for you. And he does make it through. He had half a heart, got a heart drop from the last Dark Nut. Let's see if he can, again, like Redbird before him, get out of this portion of level 5, so at least he doesn't have to backtrack to there. Now, Redbird and Cantaloupe have gotten kind of back on schedule with each other, and you see Cantaloupe maintaining that slight lead.
Cantaloupe's tearing his way through level 7. He's so fast. Getting... Oh! Johntabin heading into level 5 here in a second with 8 bombs. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, maximum bombs for these dangerous dungeons is always good. Especially, it's tricky on the two first route because you're having to go into level 7 right after level 5, so you're always kind of in bomb conservation mode. But there are plenty of opportunities to get your bombs back, whether it be from the Gibdos or from a Dodongo.
Redbird gets the Brodongo and has 8 bombs.
Yep, and he looks like he's gonna put a couple of them to good use in that Wallmaster room. As we see Cantaloupe heading to get the magical sword, picking it up at 1 minute and 18 seconds ahead, or slower than his PB, so still looking at a very good race time. Especially all things considered with what he's had to do.
I just want to say, Redbird's reverse C with the Wallmasters was beautiful.
Well, I don't know if there's anyone who puts more effort, present company excluded perhaps, into figuring out the nuances of some of these rooms in these dungeons than Redbird. He's a self-admitted nut when it comes to the details of routes and such, so...
Yeah, he's one of the great routing experts of this game. Johntabin making it through with a lot of life. He's doing good in level 5 so far.
Oh yeah, I mean, 9 hearts leaving the room of requirement is fantastic. He did use all of the bombs in up to that point, but that's what they're there for.
With that much life and the white sword, he should be fine. Oh, and he did leave the bomb. He'll probably get it on the Gibdo.
Yeah, that's a strategy that I like to go with too in that situation. Because if you know you're going to 7, you want to have as many guaranteed bombs on your way out of the recorder room as you can get.
Cantaloupe's Magic Breakfast 2 was so nice.
Oh gosh. It almost goes without saying,
weapons.
but yeah, man.
Redbird's right on his tail though. Cantaloupe can't afford to make any mistakes, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, these races, I mean, I know we've only been in this for less than 3 weeks, but I've said it 100 times because it bears repeating. Any race that is closer than what a death in 9 would cost somebody is far from being out of reach for anyone. Redbird doesn't have to do anything special to win this race. He just has to hashtag don't die, possibly. Cantaloupe getting the bomb drop off of that Octorok outside of level 2 because the game rewards those who are good at this game.
Redbird doing a good job of Magic Breakfast too as well. He cleaned it up nicely.
Yeah. And 6 is one of those tricky dungeons. I'm sure you know as well as anybody. I mean, it's a difficult dungeon, but really only in very small portions. There's 2 dangerous rooms in the whole thing. They're just very dangerous rooms. Cantaloupe doing cantaloupe things, leaving the first Blue Lagoon here with full health.
Bomber's in level 7. His last match he had a little bit of trouble with level 7. Hopefully he gets through it okay this time.
Yeah, that bubble is doing him no favors in the river room right now, protecting that blue Korea with his life, it would seem like.
He does have a lot of rupees. He could use arrows here.
Yeah, I'm curious as to where that surplus of rupees has come from or is going. Just because I would like to peek into what his decision making is there for those rupees.
Cantaloupe's just destroying level 8. No refill at all.
Oh god.
Awesome level 8 for Cantaloupe.
Oh, take a swig of Pepsi for the working man there, Cantaloupe. You earned it.
Now, Redbird's turn. Go through level 8 here. And he too is doing an amazing job so far.
Yep. Getting a peek into that bomb wall that nobody's actually going to go into, but trying to clear out some of those blue dark nuts.
John picks up a safety potion. It's probably a good idea. And Bomber's picking up his red candle and heading out. The rest of level 2's a little low on health, but hopefully he'll make it through alright.
We have Cantaloupe. He's in 9 with 5 bombs. I'm trying to... That's enough, right? Once you get in. I mean, it wouldn't be beyond him to force a bomb here in this situation, but he has enough for the bare minimum at this point, right?
Right.
Okay. Ooh, a clock in the Wallmaster room in level 7 for Mad Bomber. He's trying to avoid that like the plague. He's using the red candle a lot against these Wallmasters. Almost makes me wonder, did he not buy arrows?
Maybe that's where the extra rupees came from? I didn't see.
Surely not, but I mean... I don't know at this point.
Redbird going Leroy Jenkins on that. Gleockley. He got through it nice and quick.
Yeah. When you go in there with a decent amount of health, you can kind of cheat your way through it, for lack of a better term.
Oh, you know what? Bomber doesn't have arrows.
Okay, that solves the mystery. Bomber doesn't have arrows, but Cantaloupe does have bombs. He gets 2 bomb drops in that trap room from the 2 red Wizrobes. That's called working your counts to mastery, or just being lucky, I guess.
Little luck, a lot of skill.
Yeah. 15% concentrated power and will, or something like that, I believe. Oh, no. I was going to say no luck on Patra too, but then, of course, like a boss, slides right through the Patra coming down on him as he tries to clip successfully,
That
might
was
I add.
Very nice. Redbird on his heels, though.
Yep, I mean, he's in 9. That's all it takes. He's just got to be in 9 and have something terrible happen to Cantaloupe instead of getting fairies off of these blue Wizrobes. But if you're getting fairies in reverse C and are leaving with 12 hearts, and you have a sub 29 times to your name, you got to feel good about where you're at.
Now, I'm happy to see that Bomber made it through level 7 okay that time. That was really nice for him.
Yep. He's picked up picked up the 100 secret, so he's got 159 rupees. And is there an arrow shop over here by level 6 that I'm not thinking about?
Yes, up past level 6. It's a little ways out of the way.
Okay. So, but it does exist, and we see Redbird kind of overdoing it, for so to speak. Now down to just 4 hearts, as he didn't get the clip through
Got that
Patra
left
that he was looking
Patra,
for.
man.
Yeah.
That stupid left Patra.
Meanwhile, his opponent, again, full health after a trap room.
He's having a good 9.
Yeah.
Looks like Redbird's gonna try to force a fairy.
Yeah. But he keeps getting hit by the fireballs from the old man. Somebody tell Fred to leave him alone.
Fred, please.
Oh, Patra finally exacts his revenge on Cantaloupe. Getting 2 hits on him.
I don't know if she's going all out at this point.
And we're seeing Mad Bomber purchasing bombs as well from that arrow shop.
And Cantaloupe take you down. Cannon, no problems. Let's get some GGs. He had his official SRL time of 30 minutes and 40 seconds. What a great race time.
That is an absolutely amazing race time. I mean, Redbird's doing a fantastic job here, and he really just, was never given an opportunity to get into this race. Outside of, even with the bomb issues that Cantaloupe was having, just blew right through it. It does look like we're going to have Cantaloupe hopefully joining us for an interview here shortly, as Redbird goes up to reverse C. He's got 7 bombs for this room, which is crucial considering his health issues. Very well done by Redbird. That was a tremendous reverse C. My goodness.
That was a great reverse C. Sounds like we have Cantaloupe with us.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, good game.
Hey,
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
So,
I've seen you use that route a few times in your stream.
Yeah.
And,
that whole route started with what happened in level 4. As I was getting the air key and going down, my thumb rolled onto the left directional pad and got hit by a trap and killed my count. So I knew I had to get a random bomb to continue on the record route, and once I did, I was like, okay, we're doing recorder.
yeah, excellent improvisational skills there. I was talking about it with Steven during the race. I mean, it's great to watch the really good runners of this game do PB attempts, but it's a totally other thing to watch them improvise on the fly. It was really exciting.
Yeah, just I've done a lot of runs of this game, and it's the recorder was a great addition to a good improvisational route versus like doing the red candle, which normally I would have done in that situation. But since I had this option, I had the decent rupee count, just killed a few more ropes in 2 and hoping to get the rupees, and we had them. And level 5 went fantastic. That was probably one of my best race recorder rooms ever. And 7 was man. 6, I didn't get hit in 6, but it wasn't fast. It was just consistent. And level 8, got some good moves, left with no refill. And then level 9, I just took it slow at the end. And then once I had full health, I just I got that last fairy. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Redbird got a merciful fairy. Looks like he's building up for a hippo fairy here.
Yeah, it's what he's shooting for. He's got a heart and a half going to Patra 3.
I hope he gets one.
He's working a count in that room with the Zols and like-likes. Certainly not what he was hoping to do to finish out this race, but he does get the ferry from the Patra, and that's going to be good news for him.
Got that left Patra again, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, things have gone wrong here in 9 for Redbird. Outside of that, the reverse C room, which was fantastic, but he does knock Ganon down with a heart and a half.
Nice.
So he is going to finish his portion of the race with an official SRL time of 34 minutes and 50 seconds. And speaking of Redbird, here he is. Man, thrill a minute finish there in 9 for you.
Yeah, how about that 9? Holy crap. Hey, GG's Cantaloupe.
Hey, thank you, man.
Oh, and I'll just want to interject briefly here. We see a death from Mad Bomber. He was on a torrid pace for him, but now he died in 8, and so he's going to have to try to finish it with 3 hearts now.
Meanwhile, I got johntabin also in 8. Heading through, made it through the first lagoon beautifully. He has that blue ring, so he takes, half damage, of course. Gets some bombs.
Yeah, the blue ring is certainly paying dividends for him here. Oh, Mad Bomber had a fairy on screen, but got hit by a Darknut chasing it down. He dies again. But Redbird, you had just the slightest of openings in this race when Cantaloupe ran out of bombs in level 4. But beyond that, there was just not a lot of slipping up from one of the absolute best. So you're playing catch up most of the time. So were you watching him at all?
Oh, no, not at all. there was going to have to be multiple mistakes for me to beat somebody like Cantaloupe, and I know that going into it. If his bad runs are a 30-40, my God, I'll take that all day. So, yeah, I knew I was playing catch-up. It's no big deal. I was trying to set a PB for myself, and I actually had a decent chance halfway through this.
Yeah, you definitely did. It was certainly, it wasn't a bad run by Cantaloupe. There was that one slip up with the bombs, but after that, it was a pretty solid run, all things considered, having to change the route. Showed off the root quarter for us, so all the exciting swag was there.
Yeah, and Manhandla almost ended it, really, because he did the slow move to the left, and I missed with 2 bombs. Yeah. And that could have been disastrous, but thankfully I didn't take off any of the heads, so he was still moving slow. I could somewhat get a read. Then when one head left, I'm like, oh no, this ain't good.
Kendall, what's the time difference between the world record route and the route you just ran? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I have been on PB pace after level 7 on this route before, so it's Eunice has it. I think he said it's pretty close. I don't remember the exact time frame, but the drawback is I had to farm extra in level 2 where normally I wouldn't, and this time it was even longer because I had no bombs leaving 1, so I couldn't get the heart rock, so my spawns in level 2 were completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah, because usually you get the heart rock, then get the 30 above 2, then go into 2. But this time I had to get the heart rock on the way to 5. And the spawns in 2 were not... I knew what they were going to be. They just weren't my usual spawns.
Looks like Bomber's making it through just fine. John, meanwhile, heading to level 9.
Yeah. I gotta think John has Bomber pulled up because he did go grab a second potion for this race. So that'll come in handy for him as he heads now to level 9. Mad Bomber, though, will be just behind him as he did do a great job of finishing off Gleok there in 8 once he finally got to him.
But anyway, GG, I gotta go and do the sleep thing. I gotta be at work I gotta get up at 5 a.m. So I'm gonna let you all do your thing and all that. But JSR, thank you for the restream. Thank you for the commentary. And Redbird, thanks for playing. And I will see you all next time.
Yeah, GG.
All right,
Yeah, man, GG's, dude.
As long as I'm here, you're not actually gone, Cantaloupe, right?
Oh yeah, well, yeah, because they might confuse us still. Yeah, see, we are 2 separate people. We both have Southern accents, but we are 2 separate people.
Congratulations, man. Thanks for joining us.
Later, y'all.
Redbird, that
here's
level
the-
9, man, I was clinching the whole time, but you pulled through just fine.
Dude, that level 9, first of all, started terribly because I missed the scroll, and so I'm like, oh, I'll just walk this screen and take 3 hearts of damage. I'm like, that is exactly how I thought level 9 was going to go, right? You walk into it that way, and then Patra goes left, and I'm like, oh my god, here we go.
Stupid left, Patrick.
And then the old man, I'm trying to kill the old man, and like every time I got to 14 on my count, I took a fireball to the face, and I'm like, I stopped at one point, and I'm like, I'm out of here. This is terrible.
Bomber did go down for the potion, so he is quite a ways behind John at this point, but we'll see. You never know what's going to happen in 9.
Man, that Patra, though, to johntabin just cornered him. Both deciding to sword him down to get the bombs. Mad Bomber will have to, because he only has 2 bombs at this point.
That's probably the
But yeah.
most fairies I've ever forced in 9, by the way, ever.
Yeah, well, you did them at just the right times, for sure. Going through that diamond staircase trap room, knowing you couldn't take a hit from a Wizrobe, was certainly a clinch moment on this end. But I did want to ask you one quick thing, though, that isn't level 9 related. I didn't get to see, because we had 4 screens up, and I'm such a greenhorn that I couldn't keep track of all of them at once. I did not watch your desert walk. What happened there?
So the desert was a mixed bag this time because I needed another rupee.
Oh, okay.
So I was able to scroll 2 of the screens. The other one I had to farm a little bit. But thanks for calling that out. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, I just know that your last run, you had the magical scrolls across the desert. It was very exciting for everyone involved.
Yeah, no, my scrolls were garbage tonight. Absolute garbage.
I thought you put up a great time, man, for a race.
Yeah, thanks.
You
I
did very well.
was basically on low percent strats in 9 after I got to the next room with 4 hearts. So it was just like, all right, just survive.
Yeah, I knew you had it in you to finish in that situation, but it certainly was not looking favorable, I guess you could say. It was very well done from that point on, though. I was a little concerned.
Yeah, it's basically don't panic, know your counts. I was worried more about fairies than bombs, so to get to 15 every time and do your thing. That's why I killed Patra too. I was trying to get a count, and I took a bop at the end of it.
John doing some beam strats there in reverse C. He got through it nicely, very nicely.
Wow, yeah, leaving there with full health. Take that every time. He did it slight differently than most like world record style runners will do, where you head to that bottom left corner and start dropping the bomb. He stood right in the line and just shot the magical sword at everybody that came in sight. It was effective.
If you hold up when you're going into that room, you'll the wizards will not be able to spawn in that bottom row. They'll have to spawn either where you would usually stand to bomb things or straight above you. So I think that was his strategy. I think he held up and just tried to beam everything he could.
Got it. Yeah. Well, he did. He certainly did it well, and I feel like we're seeing a situation here where johntabin is the more experienced at routing and decision making in this game, and it is paying off in the late levels. He seems to have a plan that he's sticking to more effectively.
Bomber, don't run around that way.
Yeah. Going around the world in reverse C. If you're gonna walk around somewhere, you kind of want to do it in that middle section, so you at least have ways to dodge a little bit.
He did pull out a potion. Smart move.
Guys, I'm going to bounce out of here. Good luck with the rest of the call, and thank you guys for calling JSR on the restream. Appreciate all your guys' work.
Hey, GG, Redbird.
Our pleasure, man.
I will be seeing him in the 2-in-1 bracket soon.
You're going ahead and calling your Saturday night race?
Well, it is breasticle.
It is. You can just get into a low percent thing.
John taking a few hits from Patra 3, but I do believe he still has another potion.
I think you're right.
Well, I don't know why he's. Is that bomb sacrifice?
Yeah. I guess he knows if he dies here, there's no way he's going to catch up and win, so he might as well go with it this way.
Oh, he potioned right when he got into Ganon's room.
It's interesting because I know since he had the blue ring, I know he had more than 2 hearts. But I mean, at this point, surely you gotta think he's probably gonna finish out Ganon as he retreats to the left corner. Kind of the I know I can take a few hits
and he
still
gets
get
him.
Ganon done, and he does.
Yeah, he could take a few hits. It's pretty safe for him with that much life in the blue ring to head over that way.
We do see
Mad
MadBomber
Bombers.
has his other potion out, ready to use. Probably in this room where there's not a lot of places to hide if you turn the wrong way to start.
All right, good game to johntabin. We'll see if he wants to join us. Looks like he had an official SRL time of 45 minutes and 1 second. Not bad for a race for him.
Not bad at all. When your PB is in the 40s, within 5 minutes of your PB is usually going to be a pretty solid race time, especially when you have deaths involved.
Oh, Mad Bomber, pull through. Get out of there. Oh, he gets out of there.
Right? So
hopefully he has a clean Patra and Ganon fight, because he doesn't have any more potion.
Yep. The good news is he does have 77 arrows with which to kill Ganon. He's playing it very safe with his Patra. Did take a hit there, though. Took a second hit. So now he cannot get hugged by Ganon, as he is down to 3 hearts going in to meet the pig. Not pleased with himself as I got his stream pulled up, and he gets caught right in the middle of Ganon. He's going to twirl around and go down. Now he cannot get hugged by...
Hey, guys.
Hey, good game, John.
Thank you.
Oh, and he does take that death. That's unfortunate.
Yep, so John, you, for the folks out there, the listening pleasure of those out there, this is johntabin joining us. Congratulations on your victory in your half of this super hype quad race. MadBomber was on your heels, but he did not have the blue ring, so he was a little bit more treacherous in level 9 and took a death to Ganon.
Yeah, I don't know if you. I don't think you guys noticed. I had the restream up, but and I know Liquid Husband gets the blue ring later than most people anyway, so it might not have seemed odd to him. But I forgot to pick up the blue ring between level 3 and level 4, and had to make up a new route on the fly after that.
Hey, the Liquid Candle route is open to anyone who wants it.
But yeah, because I run in Green Tunic for PB attempts, so just switching gears, I just got confused and I noticed, wait a second, I still have all these rupees. So I ended up, I think I routed in 2 extra 10 secrets and whistled to 2 after 5 to get the third 100. It was it was totally improvised, but it worked out. So
Bomber takes a death and heads back to home base. Hopefully he goes Hopefully he goes somewhere and gets a potion.
Yeah, looks like he's going to the potion shop here, but maybe he wants to get a few more rupees to be able to. Is it 68 for the?
It is. Did he get the letter?
no,
No, he's just getting the fairy refill.
Okay.
Okay. Still, 13 hearts, green tunic is it's a difficult way to go through level 9 unless you're very much prepared for it.
He does have silver arrows already. That's the good news.
Yeah. So, I mean, John, with your time of 45 minutes, almost flat. I'll be honest, we had 4 runs to keep up with, so I don't have all the in-depth information on how. Is there anything specific you want to bring up that occurred in your run?
No, I mean just the rerouting on the fly and whistling to get the third 100 after level 5. That's something CAD 1486 did in his PB, so I've seen it before. But it's not my usual route. I ended up. I decided to world wrap just because of where I was at the end of level 4. I had to buy the blue ring because I'd forgotten to do it. So I just so instead of getting the 100, then that's what I did. Yeah, and I did. Yeah, looks like Bomber's still struggling, isn't he?
Yeah, and it's funny because that improvisational skills were seen in both halves of this race, as Cantaloupe ran out of bombs in level 4.
Yeah, I heard he did the recorder route. That's awesome.
Oh, he recorded it up.
Yeah, I've been watching him run that route a lot. It's the rupee pressure is tough, but it's a good backup.
Yeah, it certainly changed things up for him, and we were kind of uncertain on where things stood for a little while, but always once you get back to level 7, things seem to tend to even out. And we saw him maintaining a decent sized lead on Redbird from then on out. We saw Mad Bomber there for a second, kind of stop and look around. I was worried we were going to see an end to his race tonight, but he's continuing on.
Yeah, I don't know where you guys have him. I'm just looking at his stream. I have him just entering Patra 1, which is dead. So
okay.
I don't know how far ahead I am of the.
Yeah, we had to slow things down for the restream a bit. 4 consecutive streams at once seemed to be a bit taxing. But
hey guys.
Hey, Mad Bomber, GG.
on the stream right now, you're actually still playing, so this is impressive.
Yeah, I tried.
That does look like it is forfeit.
Yeah. GG. Good game.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it. That level 9, Ganon hugged me and that was it.
Yeah, I wasn't taking any chances because I died to Ganon in my last race. So the reason I was throwing out my bombs was just to auto menu to the potion so that I'd have full health in that fight. But
hey, Mad Bomber, GG.
On the stream
ring,
right now,
I
you're
didn't want to take
still
chances
playing,
anyway.
so this is impressive.
Yeah, I didn't go for the blue ring.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I've got to duck out real quick because there's another race coming up on Speed Gaming 4, and I'm on the call. You guys continue to discuss this. Thanks so much for having me, everybody. Everybody love JSR. He's awesome.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, I think unless Mad Bomber, you have any other thoughts on your run you want to share? I think we're just about done, right?
Yeah, I think me and you John, were in Ganon right around the same time because I was out there about 45 minutes when you finished up.
No, I was. I think I was a little ahead of you in 9. I was listening to the restream, so I knew where you were.
I was probably about 20 or 30 seconds ahead, but you were on PB pace for a while.
Yeah,
I was rooting for you, man. You made it through 7, like you said you would.
I was given 7. Last time 7 beat the hell out of me, and I wasn't playing any games, so I went in there with guns blazing.
All right, well, yeah, good game to you guys, and guess that's it.
All right, guys, good job, John.
Yeah, thanks to JSR for the restream. Steven, thanks for the
JSR.
commentary, and thanks for the race, Mad Bomber. GG.
No problem, guys. We always have a good night.
Yep. Good night.
Okay, it looks like over on Speed Gaming 4, we have Dan H versus Bad Guy 86. You guys might want to check that out. It'll be about 4 minutes from now, so everybody head on over there and we'll have some fun.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for watching. Sorry for the crazy technical difficulties we had. It was a new experience for me. This was a whole new thing. First 4-way race. GG's, and make sure you guys follow all 4 of our runners tonight. Cantaloupeme, Redbirdgrad, Johntabin, and MadBomberXX. Also my commentators, Liquid Husband and 4-Eye Steven. I'm sending you guys to Speed Gaming 4. Enjoy the race and have a great night. Thanks, everybody.